KURINJI Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
KURINJI Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Good morning students. In this video session, I would like to continue about our human reproduction chapter. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುನ್ನಾಡಿ video up to embryonic development organogenesis completed. Here when the one embryo developed inside of mother uterus, that total time period we called as a gestation period. So in that gestation period, the developing baby requires somewhat of a nutritional food. Okay, so for that one, here a important structure is connecting the developing baby with the mother uterus. That important structure we called as a placenta. Last video I said about this only. In this continuation video I will discuss about the placenta. So what is the significance of the placenta, your pronunciation. That placenta, what is their function, how it will made, these and all we will discuss in this video session. See Nana, here after implantation means that blastocyst is fixing in the or implanted in the mother uterus endometrium. From there onwards, that implantation will occur at the time of after sixth day after fertilization. Then 14th day totally implantation will completed, and that means second week it is implantation will completed. Adikaparam little bit development will going on. So in the developmentation time, already I said na beginning time, the developing baby getting nutrients from the mother's blood, but here directly mother's blood will not enter into the inside of a fetal or developing baby. Okay, embryonic developmental stages. So a intermediate structure is present in between of the mother and embryonic developmental baby. Okay, nothing but we call it a fetus. Okay, so here paranganana first column, after implantation finger like projections appearance on the tophoblast. Tophoblast means that blastocyst outer side layer that we called as a flatted cells that we called the trophoblast. That trophoblast having the finger like projections, that finger like projections we called the chorionic villi. Why sir it is a chorionic villi? The last video, recall it, in the last video extra embryonic membranes we seen. In that first extra embryonic membrane, that is a chorion. So that from the extra embryonic fetal embryonic membranes onwards, so these chorion to form the finger like projections. These finger like projections are attaching with the mother uterus tissue and particular place, so surrounded by the uterine tissue. Okay, so here that extra embryonic membrane chorionic villi along integrated with the uterine tissue, the both are interdigited. That means that fingers are there na. From the fingers, some of the fingers are origin from the chorionic villi, some of the finger like structures are formed by the uterine endometrium. So both finger like structures are interconnected and nothing but interdigitated. That means that will be both are interconnecting. So to form a functional unit, a functional structural unit that we call as a placenta. Okay, that placenta arranged between the embryo and mother. Now this is it is a fetus. Embryos belongs to, we called, now onwards we called as a fetus. Mother word I substituted or replaced with I am using maternal. So this placenta is connecting the fetus and maternal blood. Okay, here but up to delivery of that fetus, there is no any blood mixing of the fetal blood and then maternal blood should not mix. Fetal blood, how it will produce means yolk sac irikna, and the yolk sac will produce the fetal blood. Correct na? Already in the last what is the function of the yolk sac time I said. So that fetal blood, it will not mixing with maternal blood. Maternal means indicates the mother. Okay va? See, then these totally surrounded by the placental membranes. Okay, totally these and all placenta connected to the both fetal to mother. See, here that placenta formation, if you take placenta sectional cutting, that sectional cutting is made up of the composing by the 6 layers. In that 6 layers, one of the layer belongs to fetal, one of the layer belongs to fetal. Not one means half of the 3 layers with 6 membranes. That in that 6 membranes, within that 6, 3 membranes belongs to maternal part, 3 membranes belong to fraternal part. Maternal means mother, already I said. So that maternal part of these layers derived from the endometrium. Endometrium is the inner wall of uterus kada. So here derived from the endometrium. Now what are the layers in the maternal part? First layer, uterine epimetrium. Uterine epimetrium. Adiki ulla uterine connective tissue and then uterine capillary endothelium. These are the 3 layers. These are the 3 layers belong to maternal. Okay, then come to the this side, fraternal, not fraternal, fetal. Okay, fetal membrane of the fetal part, membranes of the fetal part. These are internal side to external side I am saying. Fetal capillary endothelium and fetal connective tissue and fetal chorionic epithelium. Because of fetal structure, outer layer is a chorionic, correct na? And then maternal part that we call the endometrium. That endometrium inside, that means the outer side, in depth, that is epimetrium. So totally these are the 6. The sequence of the 6 membranes are arrangement from the maternal to the fetal seen on a uterine epithelium. After uterine epithelium, uterine connective tissue and then uterine capillary endothelium. Capillary, if you heard it, these capillary word, it is indicates blood vessels. So these 3 layers, that continuation, these capillary of endothelium of uterine, it connecting with the fetal capillary endothelium. Fetal capillary endothelium. Adikapparam next fetal connective tissue, then fetal chorionic epithelium. Okay va? So these are the sequence, totally 6. In that 6, one side maternal part, another side. So here a contact between the maternal part and fetal part. In the maternal part, uterine capillary endothelium connecting with the fetal part of capillary endothelium. These are the direct contacts, I mean very nearest, very close. From these membranes onwards, exchanging will be happens by the diffusion process. By the diffusion, how here in lungs gases are diffusing, or oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanging in the gills and lungs places. Like this process also applicable to here by the diffusion process. This is about maternal and fraternal parts. Finally, these 6 membranes to form the a structural unit, that only placenta. Okay. Now here human placenta we called as a different names by the different characteristics. Here human placenta we called as a chorioallantoic placenta. Why human placenta we called as a chorioallantoic? By hearing of these word, you will already get information. Extra embryonic membranes are 4 around the fetal, correct now? In that outer layer chorion, adikki next amnion, then allantois, then yolk sac. Correct na? The first third. Here first one chorion and then third one allantois. So placenta formation time, these two extra embryonic membranes are playing important role in the formation of placenta. That means the chorionic villi, here already I said chorionic villi will form at the place of trophoblast plus. Correct na? So that chorionic villi formed by the fusion of chorion extra embryonic membrane and then first extra embryonic membrane and allantois, third extra embryonic membrane. These allantois will allows the vascularization, nothing but it containing with several vessels supply of transporting vessels. So here what is the significance of allantois? Allantois is giving the facilitation of the several vessels. So that's why we call as a vascularization. Okay, chorion we know it is a protection. Chorion we know. Whether you remembered or not, on that previous video, the functions explanation time of extra embryonic membranes functions time, allantois time I said, it is play very less significant, but it is a play an important role blood vessels supply. Correct na? So blood vessels are nothing but containing with blood vessels we called as a vascularization only na. So that we should be recall. Comparatively we should be remember the concept. So due to these character, human placenta we called as a chorioallantoic placenta. One character explanation complete. Again human placenta we called as a discoidal. Discoidal means the appearance of the placenta just like a disc madri. Okay, for your imagination view, I will tell one of the example. When any cattle's pregnancy delivery time, if you observe that when the baby cattle is delivered after, a white color mass will come out. White color mass, just flush. Okay, that only we call as a placenta. But here that type of structure in the form of the disc. Okay, in the form of the disc. For your getting clarity, when you are free time, just be check discoidal placenta in internet. Our human placenta will be show some of the images, human placenta related images. It is a placenta in the form of the disc. Okay, this is the time to explanation and give the something clarity. Placenta differ from the umbilical cord. Okay, umbilical cord is a thread like structure. Don't imagine that is a placenta. Placenta is differ and umbilical cord is differ. Okay, so here a structure connecting of the maternal part and the fraternal part, that we called as a placenta. Here human placenta we called as a discoidal. Why mean here below I mentioned the villi of these human villi, chorionic villi, restricted to the dorsal surface. That means a particular place of the ectotrophoblast cells. Trophoblast cells only to form the villi, then it will attach the uterus endometrium. Correct na? So disc will form one particular place. So that to which side? Dorsal surface area of blastocyst, blastodisc, whatever it is. So that's why due to the dorsal surface of the blastocyst is formed to the villi, that only involving in the placenta formation. Due to that character, we call as a human placenta is a discoidal placenta. That is over. Again human being placentas we call as a hemochorial placenta. Why hemochorial placenta? Here maternal blood come into the direct contact with the fetal chorion. Here extra embryonic membrane, see nana, here which layer? Uterine capillary endothelium is there na. Uterine capillary endothelium containing with a lot of blood. Capillary means blood vessel only na. That will contact with fetal capillary endothelium. These fetal capillary endothelium is nothing but a chorionic villi onwards it produced. So here mother blood directly contact with the placenta. Okay, that extra embryonic membrane, that fetal chorion. So when the shedding out of or the pasteurization after, the total placenta will be shed out. Okay, so that's why hemochorionic, nothing but the chorion directly contact with the blood supply of the maternal. So that's due to this character, the placenta of human being we called as a hemochorionic. Understood, Anna? What I am saying means the extra embryonic membrane of the fetal chorion directly having the direct contact with the blood. Okay, directly maternal blood, that only maternal blood comes into the direct contact with the fetal chorion. So due to this character, the character name we given the name as a human placenta, hemochorionic. Hemo means blood, chorion means extra embryonic membranes. That is a thing. So in the first column we discussed about how placenta will form, what are the significant characteristics of the placenta. Based on that, what are the names we are given. Okay, placenta characteristics. First one, placenta we call the chorioallantois, based on the which of the extra embryonic membranes are involving in the formation of the placenta, and then in which side it is presented. Placenta is presented located in which side, based on the discoidal, and then whether the placenta having the blood supply or not, based on that hemochorionic placenta. These three names. One more name of the placenta, decidual placenta, in the second column. Decidual placenta means decidua word itself you will get some clarity. Decidua means which is the shed out or removing after completion of the one work. That characteristics we called as a scientifically decidua. Decidual forest word you heard in the organism and population, correct now? So here the decidual trees or decidual forest means which of the plants will shed out their leaves by the seasonally will reforming, those plants we called as a decidual plants. So here placenta will shed out or cast off after pregnancy. Okay, it will not present, remains in the inside of the uterus after delivery, pasteurization. So pasteurization time along with baby, first baby will deliver it, then continuously that placenta also will be shed out. So due to that character, due to that nature, our placenta, human being placenta, is a deciduous placenta. Here explanation, during the pasteurization, the placenta is cast off, nothing but shed out, with loss of embryonic membranes. Embryonic membranes, that means yolk sac, chorion, allantois, amnion is this there now. So along with that and all, everything will be encapsulating. Encapsulating means removing. Okay, encapsulating in the mother tissue. So that's why decidua. Now I will recall previous videos one concept. Here when the implantation of blastocyst in the uterus, okay, now endometrium we called as a decidua. On that time also I said the same statement. The uterus endometrium will oftenly shed out. Oftenly will shed out means every pregnancy wise delivery time, pasteurization time, it will shed out. So that's why that endometrium after implantation we called as a decidua. Based on that only, decidua of the uterus, endometrium, we differentiated into the three types: decidua capsularis, decidua fasciculata, and then decidua fibralis something. Okay, these three names. Okay, so which is the after completing of their function, it is released or shed out, those that nature we call the decidua. Here placenta will shed out after completion of the pasteurization, so that's why we call as a decidual placenta. One more time, during the pasteurization, the placenta is cast off or shed out with the loss of embryonic membranes and encapsulating maternal tissue. with maternal tissue. Maternal tissue means which part? Uterus endometrium only na. So that along with. So causing the excessive hemorrhages. Excessive when the endometrium or these decidual placenta is shed out from the uterus places, lot of blood vessels will damage. So pacturation time, not only pacturation, menstruation cycle, a menstruation phase time also, lot of blood will be released, correct na? So due to these hemorrhages, that endometrium will be damaged. So here in that menstruation cycle time, shutouting of endometrium, here shutout of placenta, because of placenta also connecting with a lot of blood vessels, and then endometrium also having the lot of blood vessel supply. So that blood vessels are damaged by the shutout process. So excessive hemorrhages, therefore it causes the bleeding of the pregnancy time and menstruation phases also. Okay, this is about regarding placenta. Okay, placenta formation, placenta names, another characteristics of the placenta. Now what is the function of a placenta? These things we should be know. See, I think so you are all known in the general our board syllabus wise, already you know these concept, but one or two concept I will be explain now, something little bit more. See, functions of placenta. Placenta facilitate the supply of the oxygen and the nutrients to the developing embryo. Here imagine it, Nana, what I am explaining here. When the baby is developing inside of the mother uterus, so baby requires nutritional food and then oxygen. Baby can't take directly nutritional food and then oxygen from the direct atmosphere, because of baby's presence in mother uterus. So there is no direct contact of the nutritional food and oxygen. So mother what it is taken, okay, every day mother take what it is food is taken by mothers, that food only utilizing by the developing baby. So what it is gas is taken by the mother, okay, that gas only, that gas containing oxygen only utilizing by the developing embryonic fetus, correct? So that is totally supply by the placenta, because of placenta only connection of the in between of the fetal and then fetus and then maternal. So placenta facilitate the supplying of oxygen and nutrients to the embryo, and then by the several metabolic activities of the fetal, because of if fetal is going inside of the mother, even though the fetal body will show something metabolic reactions, by the metabolic reactions it will produce something carbon dioxide and then excretory waste material. That excretory waste material and carbon dioxide should not preserve inside of the body, okay, so it want to release. So that's why how it will take in the nutrition and oxygen food by the placenta, the same way by the diffusion, that carbon dioxide and excretory material everything will be sent out through the placenta. Okay, first it will give the mother's blood, the carbon dioxide dissolved in the mother's blood, again as usually it will be excreted by the mother body. Okay, so that is one of the function of placenta. And then next one, placenta is connected to embryo through the umbilical cord. Just now I am revealed the one important structure. Umbilical cord is different, placenta is different. From the placenta onwards, a thread-like structure will form to connect the embryonic baby in the center part. So that structure, thread-like structure only we called as a umbilical cord. Okay, so that umbilical cord is a important structure to supply the nutrients and exchanging of the waste material and necessary things from the placenta to fetus. Okay, so that only here I mentioned. It is helping in the transportation of substances. That exchanging, transportation is nothing but then these placenta will produce the several enzymes, hormones, 4 hormones, 5 hormones, remember it. That 5 hormones names first I will tell. First one progesterone, second one estrogen, next gonadotropin, nothing but HCG, and then somatomamotropin. Totally 4. I said 5, sorry, here 4. Progesterone, estrogen, and gonadotropin, and somatomamotropin. See, these important hormones play an important role in the different events in the pregnancy. Okay, what are that controlling things we want to know? Progesterone secreted by the placenta. What is the significance progesterone? Progesterone is maintenance of the pregnancy after the 4th month. Okay, these same progesterone is producing from the corpus luteum also, but corpus luteum maintains up to 3 months. After what is the corpus luteum? After ovulation, Graafian follicle onwards, secondary oocyte released that process of ovulation. After ovulation remains Graafian follicle cells modified into the corpus luteum. That corpus luteum development future depends upon the released ova. If it is fertile, if not may be fertile. So based on that, whatever it is, that corpus luteum secrete the progesterone up to first 3 months. On that day I said, after 3 months, the 4th month, progesterone is secreting by because of uterine maintenance, pregnancy up to 9 months kadanana. So maintenance of the pregnancy by the progesterone, for maintenance wise, after 3rd month, the 4th month onwards, progesterone is maintenance by the or secreting by the placenta. That progesterone is maintained by the pregnancy, maintains the pregnancy. Okay, then next one, another hormone, estrogen also called as a estradiol. This estradiol is releasing by the placenta. After releasing it, mixing in the maternal blood, reach the maternal blood, nothing but mother's blood. By that mixing promotes the uterine growth. So because of gestation period time, that uterus want to extend for the facilitate the growth of the baby. So that will be controlling by these estrogen and estradiol is secreting by the placenta, maintains the reach the maternal blood, promotes the uterine growth. That is one hormone. And one more hormone, HCG, human chorionic gonadotropic hormone. In the side I mentioned is equal to and LH. Why I given that these means HCG functionally equal to the LH, luteinizing hormone. HCG anna gonadotropic hormone. Okay, human chorionic gonadotropic hormone. Short form gonadotropic hormone. These gonadotropic hormone functionally LH, luteinizing hormone. What it is control the same thing. So producing by the placenta, it is a excrete through the maternal urine onwards. These gonadotropic hormone, human chorionic gonadotropic hormone is released. When these hormone is very most important, maintenance of the these pregnancy. Okay, functionally here for example, if any one female gender is suspecting to the pregnancy, for detection, identification of the pregnancy, for confirmation, these gonadotropic hormone, human chorionic gonadotropic hormone is useful. So when the pregnancy time, in the pregnant woman urine contains with these gonadotropic hormone, releasing from the maternal urine. So now that when the maternal urine containing the gonadotropin, it is a symbolic to that mother or that female gender is conceived. Okay, for confirmation, nowadays in market some strips are available. So that strips who is suspecting female gender, if the one small drop of urine is poured in that strip, then automatically it will indicate one's color change. By the color change, whether pregnancy is confirmed or not, primary detection we can say. because of that female gender, female person in their maternal urine containing with these gonadotropin. When gonadotropin will release a placenta formation after. Placenta formation internally something embryonic development is occurs only na, that is only meaning na. That is one of the hormone. And one more hormone, somatomammotropin. Somatomammotropin hormone. These somatomammotropin act as a anti-insulinic effect. Here generally in female gender, female person, insulin, if a female person ate something food, in that food glucose, excessive glucose, everything is converted into the glycogen in the hormone of insulin. Okay, so here already mother is taken something food, that taken food something glucose is there, but that glucose want to utilizing by the two lives. One is a mother life, another one is the mother inside uterus developing a fetal life also. So that's why mother blood want to maintain excessive glucose. So that excessive glucose, more glucose utilizing by the fetal growth. So that's why here these somatomammotropin hormone restrict the insulin effect. So insulin work agadu. If when the insulin work is stopped, glucose cannot convert into the glycogen. Correct na? So that's why blood having the high glucose levels, that glucose is utilizing to the inside fetal, developing fetal. That only here. Somatomammotropin act as an anti-insulin effect. By the anti-insulin effect of the somatomammotropin, increase the glucose and amino acid levels in the blood supply. So that glucose and amino acids are utilizing by the developing fetal baby. It will be give the good healthy growth of the fetus. Okay, this is the functions of the placenta. So in this video we discussed about the placenta formation and then placenta functions. Okay, in this video I didn't give introduction. Okay, but because of you are already in the form to understand, so that's why I didn't give any introduction. I think so you got it, the concept. So in the continuation videos, in the next videos, I will conclude this chapter by the posturation and then next lactation. These two things, pregnancy gestational period, what are the changes will occurs in the different time of month periods, and then pasteurization after lactation. These are the things want to discuss. Okay, let me wait up to next video. Thank you.